EXP Realty launches open source seller advisory form. What the heck does that even mean?
Dude, I love this. This is us over here playing chess. So this is risks of limited market exposure. This is some shit that I would have done. But to see EXP do it, this is awesome. So it literally goes through and explains the financial risk, longer time on the market, limited buyer exposure, no public portals. We're educating every seller to our benefits. This covers. It's important because most agents, the good agents, all know how to leverage this in the conversation and in the listing appointment. This is now forcing that conversation to be had with and educate them to what happens when your home isn't listed on all the portals. And so this is a game we're playing against Compass and anybody else who wants to play the die on the mountain of we're going to have our own little pocket listings, which is a terrible strategy, but they're sticking to their guns so far. But I think this is super powerful, and it's open source, so you can go to EXP Toolkit. I think it's /seller, and anybody can download this and create your own version of it. It's super powerful. It's what I would call the Compass killer form. This is how you compete against Compass, and then to back that up, the data, it's in the Inman article. How Zillow views saves and shares impact home price and sales speed. This should be, content that you build into your presentation on the importance of being on these portals. 250 views per day, typically under contract in a week, 75% go pending in 2 weeks, 500 views a day, often sell above list, 5 saves per day, likely under contract in a week, 10 saves a day, strong indicator sell above list price. All this is real data of whether if you're not on Zillow, then we don't have data for you. So your odds of selling or selling at a high price and as a percentage of the asking price or above the asking price by being on Zillow and having those views it should be built into your presentation. And again, if you're ever competing against someone who's trying to put this in their own little portal and that doesn't go to Zillow, that doesn't play well with Zillow, their home's not getting that exposure. So this should be a talk track for every agent that's not at one of those companies for sure.
Yeah. And
sorry, John, go ahead.
Go ahead, bud.
I'm just going to read the one part. And it was in this form, it feels like something that we would write in one of ours, one of our brokerages, I love this because this is like the preemptive strike. Remember we used to teach, okay, some of these agents still use this thing called a CMA to price your house and kind of really talking sellers, because we know that if you're competing against that listing, 4 out of 5 agents that are going to show them a CMA.
Yep.
What do? We pulled market statistics. We look at homes on the market, not just sales. A lot of people look at a CMA and say, there's 5 sales here, so your home should be priced here. The problem is that the buyers today aren't looking at those sales. They're comparing that house to all the other homes that are currently on the market. If they're going to go shopping for homes, what are they going to look at? 2, 3, 4, 5 homes in an afternoon. And they're going to be comparing your home to the other 4 that they saw, not the solds. So the preemptive strike that they wrote here, so I'll read it. Prior to engaging in any form of office exclusive or private listing network or pocket listing, it's imperative to establish priorities and assess the potential ramifications of restricted visibility on both the buyer demand and transaction results. So, it's think of it this way. And you can convince people by just asking them questions, letting them come to their own conclusion versus just telling them. And a great question would be, Mr. Kitchens, I know you'd love to sell your house you had shared with me that you want to sell your home for the highest price in the shortest period of time. Do you think that you could achieve that through, let's say, multiple offers, say 5, 6, 7 offers, or maybe 1? What do you think your odds are of getting your highest potential price, or even over your asking price?
Yeah, many offers is possible. Yep.
Yeah, anyone with a half a brain is going to say multiple, right? Well, what do you think if you're going to sign up to this? That they're painting this picture of an office exclusive, this office with Compass or some of our other Howard Hanna's trying to do this as well. if they're just exposing it to just those agents that are in that office, what do you think the odds of getting 6 offers over asking price are versus the thousands of buyers that if we were to market it to, into the MLS and all these public facing portals, including Zillow? Well, your odds are exponentially higher of getting that. For instance, the example I was talking about, it was a seller listed at 400,000. It expired. The listing agent, the next listing agent, happened to be EXP, is one of our agents. She recommended that the market's saying you should be listed at 350. Boom, they ended up getting 401. That would not have happened if they had done a pocket listing, office exclusive, or any of these things. So it's actually not a really hard conversation.
No, it's not. So, Mr. Seller, do you believe in the law of supply and demand? Yes. Okay. Well, 71% of all sales come from a cooperative agent from another company. So if you're going to be listing with a company, would you not want to be exposed to all of the agents and all the buyers in the marketplace? I mean, this is easy. We would crush any Compass agent on if they stay this course. It's not good for them.
What data points would make the story even more compelling? Would you need to know how many Compass agents that you're competing against, how many homes they sold in the marketplace, how many agents are in the marketplace, how many total transactions? Like if you could articulate a little bit of that data in there as well, how much more, think about it. Would that create?
The number of agents in the marketplace versus number of Compass agents, you're talking about exposing probably to 1%. They have 1%, 2% market share. So you're probably exposing it to 1 to 2% of the whole agent population. And we know that 71% of all buyers come from a cooperative agent that's probably looking on Zillow and how they found the property. So if you're going to limit yourself, by 2/3 of the entire marketplace by going with that company, which do you think's better for you?
Yeah. I love that. Right. I mean, I think that's an important message for everybody listening in is like, you need to know those little details because it tells a better story and creates more authority for you being able to, I don't even say argue, but, make your point of like, come on, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you guys are smart. I know you get this.
Yep.
Right.
A little NLP.
Uh-huh.
So, I know you would never fall for this, but some companies actually have their own portal and they tell you it's better for them. If I know I'm competing against a Compass agent, I can't say that the Compass agent is an idiot. I can't talk bad about them. That does not build trust. So what you can say is, some companies out there actually try to convince you that it's better for you to be on their private portal and not be on the MLS and be, marketed to all the buyers and all the agents that are in the marketplace. I know you would never fall for that, but that's a funny story that some companies that will try to tell you so that they can keep your listing in-house and hopefully sell it themselves, as opposed to trying to attract the most amount of eyeballs to attract you the highest price. That makes sense, right? Like that's, again, now you're saying it without saying it.
I love that, dude. I know you would never fall for that.
Yeah, I know you would never fall.
You guys are smart. You get it.
You guys are smart.
If I didn't know you guys, you walked in my house and you were doing your dog and pony and you said, Al, I know you'd never fall for that. I'd be like, well, shit, I almost did.
That's when you see the wife under the table kick the husband like, yeah, that's what that other guy said he was going to do.
Yeah.